the denial of dying and death actually diminishes us. Why? Because it's so often it's out of dying and that process of death that something else is born. Beauty is born. Compassion is reinforced and reborn. Intelligence comes out of dying as well. There's different ways of understanding the connections. And I think here, if we could just really just recognize the deep continuity of death and dying in our lives, and where on a biological level, that it's essential that we have decomposition. It is it's an absolute continuum of all life itself, and that birth, death, rebirth, and the patterns that connect us. Nobody knows for sure what happens to us when we die. But one thing we do know is that memories exist. There are patterns of connections, there are sounds, there are smells, there are the senses of the presence of that individual comes alive in someone else. And so I want to recite this poem to you, which is, in fact, one of the very first poems I ever wrote. And it was the only poem I wrote for years and years. And it kind of reminds me of that sense of that poetry comes from God knows where. And it goes to God knows where. In other words, you don't sit down and just say, right, today I'm going to write a poem. It moves you. It comes through you and it demands to be written. And if you don't, well, you're going to lose it. Well, the background to this is that it was my early days as a doctor at a hospital up on the west coast of South Africa. And I was tending to a man who was dying of bronchial carcinoma. And he was really in his last hours. But I was also, being a general practitioner, I was also involved in antenatal work and obstetrics, okay? And well, I got this call while I was at his bedside, just monitoring his condition. Got a call from one of the nursing sisters to say that this particular patient was ready to deliver. So I left him, went to the delivery room, and saw this lady through the birth of her first child. Out came this child, 10 fingers, 10 toes, all was well. Got it all wrapped up and then sent it off down towards the nursery, which is close by. And the child would then obviously join its mother, when its mum had been attended to. I then went back to the room where this dying man was lying. And really, within a few minutes of being there, he took his last breath. And as he took his last breath, I heard the sound of this child, this newborn child crying down the corridor. And the link was just absolutely inevitable. You know, I think you'd have to be solidly numb not to make some kind of connection and wonder what on earth this is all about. And so I wrote this poem called Deliverance. Tonight is my night, she said. I can feel it deep inside. And tonight is my night, he said. I can feel there's nowhere to hide. The pain comes and goes, she said. This life deep inside moves about. The pain comes and goes, he said. This life deep inside is out. My breathing is deep, she said. With labor, so much pain. My breathing is pain, he said. I am not labor again. I'm ripe to deliver, she said. I can feel it all below. I'm ripe to deliver, he said. There's a need deep inside. Let go. Oh, what a song, she said. It is life. The young child cried. Oh, what a song, he said. It is life. And that old body died. That's deliverance. These are the cycles that connect us, that stop us in our tracks, that salute, an enormous and beautiful mystery of life.
Thank you.
Nos